Science agrees, see the magazine covers here, the symmetry of mass in the universe is clearly arranged as fractal and dodeca. Okay, so here is New Scientist magazine right here, announcing the universe is fractal. And by the way, many physicists already agree fractality causes gravity, but they don't know how. And here is Nature magazine announcing the universe is dodecahedron, which is, by the way, if you stellate a dodeca inside out, outside in, dodeca ecosa, dodeca ecosa, dodeca ecosa, the only possible 3D fractal, this is our star mother kit. goldenmean.info/kit. So if you stellate a dodeca ecosa, recursively, you produce the only possible three-dimensional fractal, which, by the way, is this picture on the cover of Nature magazine, announcing that's the geometry of the universe. And I discovered that if you take that dodeca ecosa, dodeca ecosa, dodeca ecosa, only possible three-dimensional fractal, and you take the X, Y, and Z coordinate value of every vertex in that nest, and it's a simple power of golden ratio, just like my equation. So, what I'm saying here is, if that's the exact geometry, that's, first of all, science agrees the universe is dodeca and the universe is fractal. Nobody argues. Cool. And that just happens to be exactly the geometry which phase conjugate gravity theory predicts would cause gravity, and by the way, vision also. So this is exactly the geometry which phase conjugate gravity theory predicts would account for the extra gravity present. In other words, physicists had this problem, and it puts the dark matter fantasy in the trash. Physics had the problem. There's too much gravity around. Oh, I think there's probably too much vision around too. They didn't account for that one either. So there was too much gravity around, so physics came up with this ridiculous idea, which 5-year-olds should laugh, and they call it dark matter. They don't have any data, no evidence, no nothing. It's just that there's too much gravity around. We need an excuse for that. We're going to call that excuse dark matter, and we're going to fantasize for a while. That's called dark matter. So I say that idea goes in the trash, because now we know where the extra gravity came from. The universe is dodeca and the universe is fractal, proven in physics. And now we know, thanks to me, that dodeca fractality is the cause of gravity. Anyway, I just think it's cool. I think it's fun. And I like, teasing these guys a little bit. So, and the other point I would make is that the golden ratio theory of gravity, and therefore vision, also says that if you measure velocities faster than light, they will be golden mean ratio multiples times the speed of light. That's what my theory of gravity requires. Well, it just so happens that Professor Raymond Chow very famously made hundreds, or at least lots, of measurements with what's called superluminal, faster than light tunneling. Actually, tunneling is actually recursive embedding, which is actually phase conjugation. And so he measured these tunneling velocities faster than light, and sure enough, they were almost all his measurements were between 1.5 and 1.7 times c, the speed of light. Guess where golden ratio is? 1.618 times c, the speed of light. In other words, Professor Raymond Chow proved my theory of gravity already. So